Welcome back to Trading with CJ. Today we have another Torchlight Energy update. Now we've been giving you the updates on this one for quite some time now, and we're going to go ahead and give you all the latest as it currently stands, because it's been a little while since we last spoke about them. If you appreciate all these updates, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel as well. So we're talking about Torchlight Energy, ticker symbol TRCH. You guys know that this one is merging with Meta Materials, and it's been getting delayed for quite some time now. However, we finally did start getting some movement, and the last update we did, we actually got the proposed business timing. However, since then they have put out a little bit more of a breakdown of this. Okay, so we have this: Torchlight files definitive proxy statement for special meeting of stockholders for its Meta Material transaction. Now, as we know, there needs to be a vote on the Torchlight side. The Meta Material side was passed a long time ago now. It seems like it anyway. And yeah, we are waiting for the Torchlight vote, and then we'll get the dividend vote, and then we'll obviously have the merger complete, etc. So the record date of stockholders entitled to vote was May the 5th. So if you owned any shares by May the 5th, you'll be able to vote in this, okay? And then the meeting date is now scheduled for June the 11th, which has been pushed back. It was meant to be May originally, but now it is June the 11th. That will be the meeting date, and as you can see, the meeting will be virtual. And then the preferred stock dividend record date is going to be later, okay? And that's going to be determined based on the expectation close of the transaction. So this is not a vote for the dividend. This is not to decide how much we're going to get the dividend. So for anybody wondering how much we're going to get, it is still very much speculation. We don't know exactly, prediction, maybe between the $2 to $5 range, something like that. That's what we're kind of predicting. That seems to be the general prediction or general consensus out there, but we do not know. That is still to be decided. However, you want to make sure that you have those shares anyway before June 11th, just to ensure that you have potential here to get the dividend payout. So the mailing process of the proxy materials has begun, and the solicitor in connection with the stockholder meeting, only stockholders as of May the 5th are entitled to a notice of or vote at. So that's what I said. If you owned this by May the 5th, which, it was a little while ago now, so you have to check back to see if you owned it, but you'll probably be able to get shares. And if you have bought within the last week, then, doesn't mean to say that you're not entitled to dividend payout or anything else. It just means you can't vote in this. That's all that means, okay? They say we are very excited to move into the final stages of this transaction, including the stockholder vote in connection with the transaction from the CEO there, John Brada. That's the Torchlight. Management and key stockholders are voting in favour of the transaction, and we encourage all stockholders to do the same. It does seem quite, out of the blue why you would choose to vote against this. As we say, this is an oil and gas asset company. It's not really worthwhile holding, in my opinion. We are holding this one because it is merging with Meta Materials, which is doing great things, which we've covered in so many different videos. There's also lots of rumours lately that it could potentially Tesla or Elon Musk could maybe have a partnership with them down the line as well. So just bear that in mind. However, right now, you really want this merger to go through. It's going to be a good catalyst for Torchlight in the long run. So most people, I imagine here, the majority, if not everyone, will be voting for yes on this Torchlight. So now let's get into the vote. What's currently going on? Well, this is actually on the Torchlight Twitter page right here. It seems the online brokerage houses have started to put out proxy materials. Please check with your broker, review and vote. So basically, if you're with a brokerage, then they'll be sending you a notification, or either a push notification or an email, just something which enables you to click on it and press yes, I accept, or no, I don't want to vote, or you could abstain. You don't have to vote, okay? You don't have to vote just because you hold these shares. However, they say we have been informed that some trading houses has not notified its holders of Torch about proxy materials. We have heard that Trading 212 and potentially Robinhood may have issues. Not very massively surprised at this moment in time, but if there are others, please send them, and it gives you email just so they can investigate. So a lot of people, if you're involved in these ones, haven't had any sort of proxy materials. Personally, I use Trading 212 and I haven't received any sort of notification from them as of this time of recording, okay? So that's just my personal one I use. I know a lot of the followers here on this account as well do use Trading 212. So I just want to quickly touch on Trading 212 actually, because we know Robinhood are having issues right now. You probably haven't received it, but on Trading 2, someone put this, okay? Trading 212 is absolutely ridiculous. They can't facilitate owners of Torch to vote. Is this even legal? Is there any other way I can make my vote count? This is important to shareholders because we want to make sure this vote goes through. We've waited so long, and if this doesn't go through, we know what's going to happen to the share price. It's going to plummet. So we want this vote to go through, and we want the merger to go through. Now, I'm not going to go through all the screenshots provided here from Trading 212 because it seems to be going around the houses. I'll just go through these last couple here. And this is, however, as we exercise our best efforts to inform you of such corporate actions, we cannot guarantee the timely delivery or correctness of any information provided by us with regards to such corporate actions. And now, Obviously, that is not what you want to hear. Okay, this person's obviously replied saying about the negligence of 212 and pretty sure it's illegal, etc. They say they're not hiding any information. It is one of the most discussed topics in our community forum as well. As retail broker, we are able to provide you access to the trading process, and the additional feature connected to is something which we are constantly improving. I can confirm we are pushing to get a solution, but we cannot make any promises. So it's not exactly ideal, to say the least. Okay, and it's you know, we're in this brokerage at the end of the day. We should be entitled to vote. We hold shares, so we want to be able to vote for this merger to go through. They say it's not their intention to restrict people. And George Palikaris, the CEO here of Meta Material, actually replied saying, well, he's basically said, can you sort this out? Okay, he's emailed, he's put a tweet out there to Trade 212, etc. And he's put a link to their agreement page, and it basically says you should be entitled to vote on it. Can you please work with Interactive Brokers, which is the company that Trade 212 work with, in order to process our vote. So he's working on behalf of us, but right now, that's why if you are holding a torch and you haven't received anything from Trading 212 or Robinhood, that is why. Okay, they're both kind of following this same trend right now. Not ideal to say the least. Now, one more thing about this, okay, somebody has actually forwarded this to me on Twitter as well, and it's basically somebody reached out to Trading 212, okay, and they say, thank you for your voting concerns. I would like to inform you we currently do not have any information regarding dividends, etc. We'll announce it via our app, as we already said. Furthermore, as it is stated in a Twitter post, we are not currently able to distribute newly issued shares to our clients. That being said, the shares you had with Torch will respectively be closed at the last available market price. Now, it's a bit wishy-washy in terms of what this means, okay? Should you have any further questions? So I actually reached out to them. I haven't got a reply just yet, but basically right here, does this mean they're gonna close Torchlight? Are we gonna be able to transfer to Meta once this merger goes through, which we're hoping it does? Are we gonna be able to have Meta shares, or are they just closing our position? It sounds like they're just gonna close our position, or are they referring to this being closed as in your shares, any shares you buy are gonna get closed at the market price right now, but they're still going to transfer to Meta? I really do think they will have to become Meta. Okay, right now it's TRCH, and I can only imagine this ticker symbol changing to META. However, by the sounds of this, it does not sound too promising, because they say they're going to close our position. So we do really need a lot of clarification on this right now, okay? But it's definitely a room for concern. But I guess as time goes on, we will hear more about this. We haven't even got the completed Meta agreement yet. We don't know if this is even going through just yet. But what we need to make sure is if we are holding Torch, we're not just going to get our position closed, because most of us are in this because we want to participate in the merger and we want to hold Meta shares, basically. Let's look at the current Torch share price. At the time of recording, we trade for just over $2. Over the last month, we're actually on a very nice gain, actually, over 40% up in the last month. Okay, this is probably in anticipation of the merger coming, which we hope so, that's for sure. Now, a few more things to touch on here. First off is the dividend, like I've already said. To be clear, you must obtain the stock before the Torchlight dividend meeting, which is after June 11th, to receive your dividend payout. So just to make sure you actually can get this dividend payout, if you want to hold any shares, you have to hold it before June 11th, which, of course, we don't know if it's going to go through right now, but June 11th right there to get your dividend payout. And then this one as well, people are asking about a reverse split. Okay, reverse split, we've seen this with High Tide, one of my other stocks right now, and that basically means that you're going to have less shares in a company, but the price will be up. Okay, and this is going to allow them to trade on big listings such as the NASDAQ. So, but there is no plan for this. They say there is no plan to reverse split before the merger. It is a tool to have available in the event that a post-merger dip takes them out of compliance. They want to remain in the NASDAQ. That's their whole idea of this, and they want to get into NASDAQ. However, if they merge and the price drops by the rumor sell the news cut type thing, they have this option to keep it in the NASDAQ, okay, or to get the price back up via a reverse split. So just something to consider, but they do not plan to use it at this moment in time. It's just an extra tool, an extra weapon in their arsenal. And one last thing, okay, is this I want to show you, which is institutional investors have been buying. They've been loading up, including Goldman Sachs, okay. People have been buying into Torchlight lately. Okay, maybe in anticipation, and that's probably also contributed to the 40% rise in Torchlight. But this is just my quick update today. On Torchlight. Like I say, right now, summary right here, we are still waiting. You need to own your shares right now. You can vote. We should be getting our voting out anytime now. Your brokerage is already starting to issue it. Some that haven't, they should be issuing it, or you can email in to the email at the start of this video. However, once you get the voting, we need to get this be passed, and then there'll be a dividend voting date, and then hopefully we will be able to merge with Meta, and we'll all know Meta shares. There are some discrepancies at the moment around trading 2-on-2, Robinhood, etc., which hopefully will be ironed out in the coming days as well. But if you appreciate all these updates, please go ahead and smash a like and subscribe to my channel as well. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to keep giving you updates on these exciting companies, you know, and let's see where this goes. It could be a buy the rumor, sell the news. Who knows? Let me know what you're doing. Thanks for watching, and until next time.